Meanwhile, drug abuse is both a global health and social problem with distinct conditions and problems that vary from place to place. Drug or substance use disorder is a pattern of symptoms resulting from the use of drugs despite the clear problems associated with using them. The continuous use of psychoactive substances among adolescents and youth have become a public concern worldwide because it potentially causes deliberate or indeliberate harm or injury. Our correspondent Damilola Johnson has more on the story.
Drug abuse is one of the major socio-economic problems affecting the physical and mental life of individuals in society. Substance abuse or drug abuse means an overindulgence in a drug or other chemical substances. Addiction and use of drugs is increasing in the society day by day. This leads to a disease-prone society and affects all aspects of human life.
Substance abuse simply means the virus that are causing abuses to people, children, the older, particularly or i.e. drug abuse is one of the major substance abuse we can talk about. And drug abuse simply means abnormality of using or application of drugs in an abnormal way, so that it leads to the problem in the society virus.
The so-called drugs are meant for humans, consumption and benefit. But when it comes to abuse, it turns to another thing entirely. For instance, we believe that most of the substances we are talking about, they are meant to promote humanity, especially financially and health-wise. With my own little knowledge of drugs, especially the hard ones, like marijuana, cocaine, all those things, they are basic constituents of the drugs we are taking for our own benefit. So I think by the time it becomes abused, that is where problems set in.
Substance abuse has to do with this taking of drugs, or this immoral attitude of our youths of nowadays. So most of them have gone to drug abuse, taking of drugs, smoking, their hemps, and most of these chemicals that can damage the brains of their mental reasoning.
Meanwhile, people with addiction often have one or more associated health issues, which could include lung or heart disease, stroke, cancer, or mental health conditions. Imaging scans, chest x-ray, and blood tests can show the damaging effects of long-term drug use throughout the body.
The drug abuse has a negative effect, especially on our youth that has taken to excess drug, less smoking, taking of marijuana, taking of corona, and all those sedative drugs. Indian hemps, heroines, and it's common among our youth of nowadays, and it goes a long way to affect their future. Personally, they may not be able to continue with their studies. Some have dropped out from schools because of smoking of Indian hemps. They may not be able to realize their ambition in life. It leads to drop out of schools, some other personal shortcomings.
To the young, to the middle age, and to the old, especially to the young, it gives them a lot of problem in the course of their education, joining bad gang, joining the cultists, joining this. Eventually, it may lead to drop out from school. To the middle-aged people that are not in school and that are not cannot be dropped out, it gives them a lot of problem. It leads to problem of psychiatric, it leads to insanity, and in most cases, ill health. Apart from being insane, it leads to the problem of being unhealthy at the long run. And to the old age, it terminates their life quickly.
Part of the damages caused by substance abuse is it has to do with health. It affects the health of individuals negatively, either to damage their organs as a result of abuse, or to even turn them, mad or crazy.
Furthermore, drug abuse has a direct impact on social and economic aspects of the nation. The impact of drug is realized in workplace, family, and the society. It results in violence at home and gang wars in cities, increased crimes, and even stresses the public health and system. The economic impact due to drug abuse is immeasurable. The use, production, and marketing of drugs, emergence of a class of drug consumers is a huge challenge for mankind. It ultimately leads to unemployment, weak human resources, weak brain power, unhealthy society, and increasing crime at large.
Development of the country relies solely on the numbers of viable youths, especially in our society. If most of them have been trapped under this drug abuse or this immoral act, you discover it will have negative effect on the society at large, because society will be affected. So there are some areas where we expect our youth to be functioning. They will not be able to function there. They will not be able to function. And most of the time, you discover that these students or our youth will take to violence. And some of the youth, they're supposed to be able to have new ideas. They'll be able to be creative in their dealings. But when they are being affected by drugs, they'll not be able to help society. They become a burden to the society.
I believe there was a time even a governor of a state in Nigeria advocated for the legalization of this drug, at least so that we can have it in commercial, quantity, to have it for commercial purpose. But it got to a stage that it has become abuse, and when this abuse set in, it will affect this finance of our institutions, especially our state or even the federation. When we have too many mad people or people that are having mental problems, so we have all this to deal with, and it will affect our finances. It will serve as a kind of social, let me call it a social menace.
It is one of the major things that can lead to the bad side of the society, causes bad development area, because those that are supposed to be useful for the development of the country, especially at the middle age, the productive age of people, you normally start from 18. But by the time you see those in that age taking excessive drug, leading to menace in the society, then they cannot contribute anything, because they will not try to look for a job and do a good job. They will not even use their brain to contribute to the economic development and growth of the country. Rather, they are drug addicted, drug barons. That's why you see most of them being caught at the airports, both in Nigeria and overseas, where they are carrying a lot of drugs, which is bad image to the country, and that leads to some people not to come and invest in the country.
It is therefore advised that the country needs to design a policy to prevent drug abuse by developing a prevention strategy and educate the youth and protect the human resources. The impact is felt in various domains of life, such as family, industries, workplace, and economy of the country. Damilola Johnson, reporting for KAFTAN Television News, Ondo.